Hello and welcome to the Scott Sportscast Fantasy Football League Week 15, aka Playoffs. It's that time of year, folks. Week 15 of the Scott Sportscast Fantasy Football League. We getting into the nitty gritty, the dance, the playoffs. So let me bring in my co-host here, George Scott and True Daisy Thompson. How are my boys doing today?
Doing good.
Yo, what is going on, Scott Sportscast Nation? We're here. We're in the playoffs. We're breaking it down. Week 15, championship, four teams, 2 weeks, one prize. That's all we got, folks. 2 more weeks. And we're ready. We're excited. We're ready to get into it. I'm going to pass it back to you now.
All right. So we are going to take a look at what transpired last week first, week 14 review, and see how the playoff picture formed and what a crazy week it was. So let's take a look at the standings here. We have Bang Bang, Yaga Man, and What in the Hell, all tied except for the tiebreakers for first place. The first time that has ever happened in one of our leagues. The top 3 guys each with 9 wins. Then we move down to 4th place for the final playoff spot, and it is Braveheart. Oh, yeah.
Yes, sir. Hung in there.
I would say snuck in there, but that win last week really pushed you over the edge.
Yeah, really.
And then we have the usual suspects with only one change. The host that both scraped and clawed his way out of 8th place. Other people last week were fighting for playoffs. I was fighting to not be last place. So we had a few battles going on here. So let's go ahead and take a look at the game. So what did you guys think about last week?
Last week was crazy, man. A lot of upsets, a lot of good games, a lot of teams trying their best to solidify their playoff spot, and they all did. Rankings stayed the same because everybody showed up, did what they were supposed to do. So now we got to recap each game. So who we starting with?
We're going to start with the host that boasts, a.k.a. the leading scorer last week. And as I called it on the past podcast, my team was going to go off since it doesn't matter, but it mattered. It mattered to me. So let's take a look. Woo! 151 to 135. What a game we had here, folks. So let's take a look at what happened. Derek Carr had himself a great day. David Montgomery went off. First play of the game, 80-yard touchdown run. Love to see that. Tyreek Hill went off. Robbie Anderson, no touchdown, but he still went over 13 points, which is a phenomenal day. And then Allen Robinson also going off, and Bears defense putting up a huge 30 points on a blowout of the Houston Texans, which I don't think anybody saw coming. The biggest key component here I see was the negative 4 points for Mariota. Had a little lamb's kicker. He needed every point of his kicker to have that shot. But at the end of the day, the host at both got it done.
It's a lot of misses from the kicker.
Yeah.
Real.
Hopefully he has a good excuse, like he had a broken leg, because you can't be missed. Well, if you go around the league, there was a lot of missed kicks, and You see that when the weather gets worse. So not too surprising, but surprising at the same time. So our next matchup, we have the Yaga Man versus the 831 Marmadins in a 124 win to a 102, solidifying Yaga Man as tied for first place. So why don't you walk us through what happened here?
Yeah, I decided that I was going to rest my starters. Backups were still able to get it done. Even though I don't really have backups on my team, they're all pretty much starters. They're all great players. So, I didn't have my main cast in, had to rest them for the playoffs, make sure no injuries, stuff like that. So, still able to get it done. Felt good. Felt good to solidify that playoff spot, that number 2 seed. Ready for this week.
And you can already see a huge reason on why you were able to get that win. 4 points to 32 points, the Derrick Henry matchup with Todd Gurley. That's a huge swing. That's 20 points, and that's the win right there. So
Derrick Henry came to play. You like to see that from your number 1 pick.
Exactly. Not on IR like mine. I lost to McCaffrey for the whole damn year, man. That was rough.
Who the hell cares?
Oh my God, who the hell cares?
Sorry, jeez. So, all right, our next matchup, Braveheart getting this a win, put him in the playoffs. I mean, I think you still would have won the tiebreaker with Mariota if that was the case, but so I think that was a huge win here for Bravehearts to not leave it in the judges' hand. So let's go ahead and take a look at what happened here. Ryan Tannehill versus Russell Wilson. Wilson went off. Cook went off. And that Rams defense with 33. That was probably the biggest tall tale sign that this was going to be a good week. Calvin Ridley, 27 points, but no one else put up over really 10 points besides Tannehill, and it's tough to win that way. Very tough to win. So, I mean, at the end of the day, that's just how it goes. So, congratulations, Braveheart, getting it done. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a look at our final game of the last week. We have 143 to 136, and the game of the week with the number 3, what in the hell, taking out number 1 Bang Bang Niner gang, showing them that even gods can bleed. So we have our matchup here. We have 37 points for Lamar Jackson, or 31 points, and talk about going off. Every single there was, I want to say, through the first 3 quarters, it was about 5 rushing touchdowns total for both teams, so they were not airing it out. So Lamar Jackson came up huge. Let's see. Ayuk went off. Then you had the Tampa Bay Buccaneers defense looking good as well. So pretty crazy here. Pretty crazy. All right. So that's how we got our first how we got to the rankings that we have now. So let's go ahead and take a look at the playoff picture. All right, so we have our first playoff match. We have the brothers squaring off against each other. We have the Yaga Man taking on what in the hell? The winner goes to the Super Bowl. So let's go ahead and take a look at this matchup here. And why don't you break it down for us, Yaga Man?
Yeah, it's going to be a good matchup here. Two of the top teams going at it. At least one of us is going to be able to make it to the Super Bowl, which is always nice. But I feel I got some good matchups here this week. I got a lot of green on my screen, and we're ready. We're playoff ready. We're hungry. We want this belt. We want to keep this belt. We ain't trying to give it up to nobody, even family. So it's going to be a close one, but I expect Yaga Man. I expect my running backs to really get it done this week and to solidify it. And I'm picking up a new defense, streaming the Cleveland Browns defense this week against the Giants because the Saints were going up against Kansas City. So I just feel the Browns should be able to put up more points on defense than the Saints this week.
Yeah,
So
and
I think these key moves are really what's going to make the difference here.
yeah. So what is the status of your questionable players here, Eckler and Allen?
They're fine. They're just banged up. It's the end of the season. Everybody's questionable. They're fine though.
Yeah, that's good. Okay. So let's
Hola.
look here. Oh, there's Shudasi. Welcome back.
Sorry about the technical difficulty. I'm about to be going to go to my mom's pad, so just let you know.
Sounds good. Yep. So we're actually going to talk about your matchup now. We have what in the heck, or Bang Bang Niner Gang versus Bravehearts here. So this should be an interesting matchup. We have. Why don't you go ahead and talk us through it? How do you like your matchups here?
This is definitely gonna be a game. You got Kyler Murray, you got, quarterbacks going at it. Kyler Murray and Russell Wilson. You got Nick Chubb out there who's a real hard runner. Got Delvin Cook. It's a shame that the Dallas is at the position they're at because I put able to go with him, and the fact that the Rams use more than one running back, and I got all three. It's going to be a nice little. It's going to probably make or break me, but the wideouts, I see a nice little matchup. Even the tight ends, they got Andrews, I got Gronk, This is definitely, and they got Steelers defense with the Rams defense, is definitely going to be a real fight. Definitely going to be a real fight. Got to be on my toes this week and got to make good picks. It's definitely going to be a good fight, though.
Yeah, I agree here.
Go either way.
This is a tough matchup here. Delvin Cook versus Chicago usually does not go off. So that'll be interesting. Bears played defense the way they did last week. I don't see a 20, 30-point game for Cook. But at the same time, I mean, you have other matchups that look pretty good on here. So Mike Evans versus Atlanta usually turns to a shootout, which will benefit Gronk and Evans. And then you have the usual suspects over here. You have A.J. Brown going against a very bad Detroit secondary. Who is that? Baltimore playing Jacksonville. So Robinson, he'll still get his touches, but even the Browns were able to run all over the Texans last week. So that's a concerning one for me if I was Braveheart. And then you have Jefferson versus Chicago, which, he did pretty well last time. He caught a nice deep pass, which really kind of inflated his numbers, which is what you want out of your wide receivers is some home run plays, and Jefferson can do it. This is going to be a close one. So who do you got winning this one, Yaga Man?
This one's going to be real close. This is a true toss-up game of the week. You know, everything on the line this week. Winner gets a chance to go to the Super Bowl. I'm pulling for True here, but I think Bang Bang might edge it out slightly, but I'm pulling for True here. I'm pulling for her. I want True in the finals.
Thank you. So he can try to take me down, people. George has this incentive of taking down the beast, and that's what he wants.
Hey, I'm taking down everybody.
That's right.
Yaga Man plays for keeps.
So awesome.
Keeps.
Yeah, like you said, coin flip. I think I'm gonna have to take Bang Bang on this one, solely based on the fact that he has yet to show me that a reason why not to pick him, man. He puts up points. You got to put up a lot of points to beat Bang Bang on every single week. So True needs some home run plays from his main guys, but like you said, Dalvin Cook, tough matchup, and a couple other ones. But it's possible. True can get it done, but I gotta put my money on Bang Bang winning this one. So let's go back to we didn't do our picks for this one. So the Yaga Man versus what in the hell? Who do you got? True. Well, I'll say, yeah. Go ahead, True.
Okay. Let's see here. Who I got? Got Carr, Davis, Jacobs, Diggs, Kelsey. Not bad.
Oh, wrong one.
No worries.
Wrong one. Here we go. Very hard. If I can click the right button here. Oh, no, all the way down here. All right. Nope. Yeah. Damn. All right. Computer's slow today. All right. Here we go. That's the right matchup.
Mark Jackson. Oof. This one's gonna be tough, but I'm gonna stick to the bread and butter. I'm gonna count on Lamar Jackson having the good game against Jacksonville. Kamara, I'm counting on him to get his points. Got Hopkins in there playing Philly. That's probably some big points there. Got Cooper Kupp against the Jets. I like a lot of things, so I'm gonna have to go with the team with Lamar Jackson. I can't see the name right now.
Oh, what in the hell?
What in the hell? There you go. I'm gonna go what in the hell. Yeah, I'm just gonna. That's just what my gut feeling is. I'm gonna go with what in the hell.
Yeah, I see that. I also see
a lot of easy games too.
I also see Aaron Rodgers versus Carolina, who has not been playing well, especially that secondary. So Aaron Rodgers is going to piece them up.
Okay. Oh, this game. Oh, I didn't.
Derrick Henry versus the Lions. Expect him to eat. The two questionables, which they'll be fine, Keenan Allen and Eckler. He hate to see questionable next to Eckler's name when he just got back.
Yeah, it's all just little things. They're not actually beat up.
Yeah, they get those little ankle sprain is questionable. That's one of the hard things about it, because when they're injured until before the game, so you don't know. You don't know if they're going to be active or not. So that's another challenge.
Yeah, whenever they all finish the game and they never come out for a snap and they're listed as questionable, I'm usually not worried about it.
Yeah,
now, if they're coming out of the game, weren't really sure. So that's questionable. Usually doesn't mean much in December.
Mm-hmm.
No.
Most definitely.
This
so it's gonna be tough. A good one. It's gonna be a real Real tight one, but I believe in my running game. I feel we're gonna ground and pound our way to victory here with the Yaga men.
No, definitely. I'm going for Yagaman too. I was looking at a whole different game. I just saw your side, and I thought the other side was somebody else. But I think I'm gonna go with Yagaman too. They're just studs on the Yagaman. You know, they're studs.
It's gonna
There's
be
some
a
easy
close.
games.
It's gonna
Yeah,
be a close,
Yeah.
high-scoring game.
close game though. Most
I'd
definitely a
have
close
to give
game.
the quarterbacks a tie, running backs edge to Yaga Man, even though he has Kamara, but Kamara has been ignored by Taysom Hill. And the Saints offense is just not the same. They're still solid, but not the same as the Eagles. They just beat up on them by 3. But wide receiver edge probably has to go to what in the hell? Tight end goes to Yaga Man. Oh, defenses are about tied here. This is going to be interesting, and it's really going to come down to the wide receivers. If Yaga Man's wide receivers go off, then I expect him to get the win. So, and if you keep Alvin Kamara under 25 points, I think Yaga Man will win. So, sorry, Jeremy, but I'm gonna have to go with Yaga Man on this one. Prove me wrong. I'll buy you a Truly. So, all right. So that's our playoff picture. So we have a couple consolation matches we'll just touch on. We have Mariota had a little lamb versus Big Mick Scott Lombardi. After a devastating loss, I mean, when you put up over 135 points and you still lose, that's a tough pill to swallow. And I think he's going to come out angry, and he's going to put a hurting on Big Mick Scott Lombardi here. Who you guys got winning this game?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go with Mariota had a little lamb as well. I think it's gonna be close though. I think Big Mick Scott Lombardi has a real shot to win. This one's a real toss-up for me because Mariota, he can put up points, but he's got some players that like to get negative, and sometimes that'll cost you. So, give me Mariota had a little lamb in a slight victory here, single-digit win.
Nice. Who you got, Drew?
Yeah, I think I'm a second that Mariota, Lil Lamb. You know, you got some studs over there. Travis Kelce, Stephon Diggs. You know, Cars. I'm not gonna say he's the best, you know, but he'll put up his points. Yeah, so I'm just gonna stick to my gut and go Mariota.
Nice.
Yeah.
I am pulling for Big Mick Scott Lombardi because I want us to have a rematch. I only got to play her once this season, I think. So, battle of the household here. The husband versus wife matchup.
It's only right.
Battle of the dishes.
Mm-hmm.
Loser washes.
Oh yeah, loser sleeps on couch.
But I have myself a. Yeah, right. That couch is going to get crowded with 2 people. So let's see here. We have the host at Bose taking on the 831 Marmadins in a showdown here. This is going to be interesting. If you look at the projections, predicts it to be kind of close, but my players started going off for once. They started working, so I'm.
Yeah, you got a nice little lineup.
And now with the opposite is happening with 831 Marmadins. His team has just been reluctant to really put up over more than 105 points, even with Mahomes. But Gurley, I don't have faith in. Even Halal Edward, he pretty much seems like he lost his job to LaShawn McCoy.
Or Le'Veon Bell.
Yeah, Le'Veon Bell. One of those old vets that are still doing well. Julio Jones questionable is every week with Julio he's questionable.
Yeah.
But it seems like Calvin Ridley is the new number one receiver over there.
Yep.
I think that I'm gonna have to take myself on this one. You have the Bears going against the Vikings, which is usually a good game. Everyone in that game usually seems to put up points. You have Robbie Anderson versus Green Bay, so they're going to be down. They're going to have to air it out, and Robbie Anderson can put the moves on a DB.
Sleeper Tennessee Titan Jay Smith at one more yard and he could have beat me.
Yep.
Yeah,
Definitely.
I was sick that game, dude. I was like, no, they did not just throw him a touchdown with 4 seconds left.
Yeah, and it was just like 2 yards too short.
Yeah.
That one set me off on the really set the ball rolling on that 6-loss losing streak. So just like my Bears hit that rough losing streak and then just started turning it on, but maybe a little too late. Allen Robinson, Bears defense against Minnesota. I like who the Colts playing. Colts playing Houston, division games. Maybe I might throw them in, maybe not. But I really like my matchup this week. I think that this is one that I can get it done. So I'm gonna pick the host at both if I'm trying to take biasness out of it. So who y'all got?
I think I'm gonna take the host at Bose. If you can put up the numbers like you did last week, if your team comes to play, then you got a real shot to win. But this one's gonna be another close game, man. It's all these matchups this week are gonna be real coin flips. But I'm gonna take the host at Bose in a slight one, single digit victory.
All right, who you got, True?
I got the host at Bose pulling away with this one. I feel like the other team, Jesse's team, I feel like he has Patrick Mahomes, which is good, but all the other players are really just falling off this season. I still think Robert Woods is a good play, but he's not enough to get you to keep up with what you got going on. So I'm gonna take the host at Bose.
I mean, even Juju's not been
exactly.
It's like Claypool's been the new number one.
Yep.
13, 6, 12, 3. Yeah, so I mean he's been pretty hot and cold, but so this will be interesting. Let's see.
I expect you to run away with this one. If it's a close game, that's gonna be something.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I mean 11, 0, 4. Yeah, so we'll have to keep an eye on that Chiefs game and really see how that goes. If the Chiefs struggle, which against New Orleans, who knows? They might. The Chiefs have been kind of unpredictable. The only thing you can predict is that they'll get the win.
Yeah,
so that'll be interesting. But yeah, so cool. So that is our matchup. So all these matchups seem pretty good, pretty close this week. This is
pretty damn good. We're all fighting for that belt. We're all fighting for it.
Everybody should be nervous here.
Yep.
Every point matters this week.
Everyone should be nervous and everyone should be confident at the same time. So
yeah,
we'll have to see. We'll have to see how that works. But all right. Any closing comments about this start to the playoffs here?
It's just good games all around. Definitely excited to see what goes down. You can lose your spot in a heartbeat with this one. It's all up for grabs. But may the best.
Gotta be perfect coming in here, making all the right calls. Can't leave points on the bench this week.
Nope.
It is single elimination. So one loss, you're done.
You're done. Yep.
And this is what we play for.
That's what we play for.
Championship belt.
Yep.
2 weeks, 4 teams, 1 winner, 1 belt. We're going to see who gets it. It's coming down to the wire. We're here.
Strongly advise you guys to set your team's lineup immediately.
Mm-hmm. And keep an eye on it.
That's
Because
it.
we got the first game tomorrow.
Yep.
And it starts. So it's
Playoffs are here, baby.
Playoffs. Host the Boast is just trying to win a game.
Exactly. I knew that was coming. I just hope we can win the game.
Practice. But yeah, so any closing comments from you here, Trudowski?
Oh, just, everything's all good, just having a fun time with y'all doing this, never really played this game as serious back in the day as I have now by going to playoffs and stuff. Just played with people didn't know, just random rooms, but this is definitely fun, and yep, I'm looking forward to it.
Whenever you have every single person in the lobby or in the standings that know how to play, and it just, at that point it comes down to luck, really. How good was your draft? Where did you draft? Did your players get hurt, put on COVID, bye weeks at the wrong time?
Like I said, that during the when nobody knew nothing, it was everybody, you can win on paper, but just see how it is now. It's all who makes the right moves at the right time,
Exactly. All right. So with that being said, I think that's going to do it for us here today. But stay tuned, because this is far from over. This is far from over. We got some scraping and some clawing left to do, and I expect some heartbreaks this week, and I expect
someone's going to
really,
get that.
I expect every single person in this league to have some sweat on their brow this week. So, all right.
This is what we play for.
That's it.
We
One
play
championship, end of the year, fellas. Who's gonna get it? All on the line.
That's it.
2
Crunch
games
time
left.
That's it.
Stay
Big time
tuned.
players make big time plays and big time moments, and fantasy owners better capitalize.
Yep.
That's a true statement if I've ever heard one. So, make sure you like, subscribe, share around, let everyone know how close and intense this league's been. So for next year, you won't miss a single matchup, and see if people can repeat and how things alter. So I want to thank everybody for tuning in. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. It's free. It takes half a second, and it does tremendous wonders for us. So I want to thank everybody for tuning in, and we will catch you with the result of the first round of the playoffs next week. Have yourself an awesome fantasy weekend, and best of luck to you two. I want to see y'all in the playoffs and the Super Bowl against each other. So make it happen.
Playoffs.
All right. And this is Scott Sportscast. We're out.